Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Green from Florida, and tonight we're going to discuss the rule of 22. Why do we call it the rule of 22? Well, it used to be the rule of 20, but a lot of these people just used to open on any hand, and how we do it is that you're supposed to add up your high card points plus the length of your two longest suits. But the problem is that you cannot count values outside the two suits. So if you had a queen doubleton or a jack doubleton or queen jack bear or a singleton king, these cards aren't worth the full value. So Marty Bergen rewrote the book on this chapter as called the rule of 22 because we want your values to be in the two suits. And why is it the rule of 22? Because we need 2.5 defensive tricks. And what is a defensive trick? An ace on its own is one quick trick. A king together with an ace are two quick tricks. An ace queen together are 1.5 quick tricks. So if you have an outside ace and you have an ace queen, that's exactly what we require, 2.5 quick tricks, but the values must be in the two suits, not in the doubletons, not in the singletons, and it's got to add up to 20. So when you're not sure and it adds up to 19, you don't open the hand. Of course, third in hand, anything goes. Third in hand, we do what we like, but in first and second seat, you should be more controlled and you should be able to realize that you must open an auction provided you have 2.5 quick tricks plus the length of two suits. So I'm going to demonstrate and share the screen with you of one of the hands. What happened to my Zoom? Hold on, my BBO. It looks like it's disappeared. Hold on, I had BBO on here a minute ago. You'll just have to bear with me while I get back and find where BBO is. I'm not going to share the screen. I've got to get back on to find out what happened to my screen. It went offline. So let me get back into BBO. 1 second. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm going to share the screen with you and we're going to discuss the first hand. You should all be able to see this hand. Hand number 1. You have 6 hearts to the ace and 3 diamonds to the ace queen. And you really would like to open this hand. Now, you can't open a weak 2 because, first of all, you can't have 2 defensive tricks. You have ace queen of diamonds and you have a singleton. You can't have 3 features. So you have to work out on the rule of 20, should you open or should you not? So you add up the 6 hearts plus the 3 diamonds are 9. And we've got 6 and 3 is 9. And I've got 2.5 defensive tricks. It adds up to 19. But on this particular hand, I would open 1 because the hand is far too strong to open a weak 2. And I don't want to pass not having the anchor suit. I want to be able to tell my partner that I have a 5 or 6 card heart suit. So on this hand, it adds up to 19. 6 and 3 is 9. And 10 for your high card points are 19. But this is a hand with an exception. So you should open this hand 1 heart. It's always good to get in once you've got your 2.5 defensive tricks. It's going to go pass. And now you have a fit with a fit. And I think it's very important that when you have a fit with a fit, you have to decide, do you have an opportunity to show the fit straight away, or do you want to go slowly? Well, looking at a singleton diamond, which is 3 extra dummy points, I would consider this hand to be an opening hand. I think the hand is too strong to just bid 2 hearts. And I don't think you can bid 3 hearts because it's too good. So on this hand, I would just bid 1 spade. I want to hear my openers rebid. You've got an opening hand with a singleton diamond. And partner's going to bid 2 hearts to say I've got a 6-card suit. And now you're going to just bid 4 hearts. So I'm going to go over this again for one reason. That singleton diamond or dummy points. Always reevaluate. When you have a singleton in the dummy, it's worth 3 extra points. So to me, this is an opening hand opposite an opening hand. And I would always go slowly to hear my openers rebid. Are there any questions on this bidding?
Would you play 2 over 1 to show opening versus opening?
No, I never lie about bidding at the 2 level if I have played 2 over 1. It's an abuse of the system. I bid naturally. I'll always get to game no matter what happens, but via another suit if I have to. I would never ever bid at the 2 level. If I've got a 4-card spade suit and I've got an opening hand, I'll bid 1 spade. I will never lie about this 2 over 1. A lot of you like to manufacture a bid just to show that you're playing 2 over 1 and you're going to game. You should not distort your shape. I think shape's number 1, and I've discussed this before. I would never lie about my hand. I would always bid a spade, even if it was 4 spades.
I have a question.
Yes.
The point count was 19, and you're saying you have 2.5 quick tricks, and that got you to 22, because that only gets me to 21.5.
No, we use the rule of 20. We use the rule of 20, but we said we call it 22 because we need 2.5 defensive tricks.
Okay.
But how did you open?
You only had 19. You only had 19 tricks.
I know, but
20.
I haven't got spades, and I want to bid them out. I want to get my bid in now because I don't have the anchor suit. Once I had a singleton spade and I had these, this hand's too good for a week too. So rather than pass and let them have an easy time, I don't know that they haven't got spades. I'd rather open the hand and bid 1 heart on this hand. You should have 20. It should add up to 20. But on this hand, I decided this is really worth going to open the bidding.
And the thing you used to convince you to open the bidding when it didn't match was that singleton, the fear
That's
that
the whole thing.
To keep them from finding a spade fit in case. Got it. That's the feature.
No, that's the main reason. I mean, there's some hands that I look at the vulnerability. If I'm not vulnerable and they're vulnerable, if I can get in quickly, I want to try and block them out. So in this particular hand, I have 2.5 defensive tricks, and my hand is too strong for a week 2. I should have 2 honors in the heart suit if I did open a week 2, but I can't have 2 defensive tricks outside the heart suit. So this is a 1 opening.
Linda?
Yes.
I opened a heart, but then the east went to 2 diamonds. So then my partner
2 diamonds.
They went to 2 diamonds. So then my partner in the south went to 2 spades. I was too nervous to go to 3 hearts.
But
Should have I got
a new suit?
Oh, I did.
You can't pass a new suit by responder. I would never do that. I would have gone 1 heart, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. The cubit of the overcalled suit tells partner, I have a fit in your heart suit, 10 points or better. 1 heart, 2 diamonds, 2 or 3 hearts is weak, according to the law of total tricks. If you bid 2 hearts, you're weak. If you bid 3 hearts, you've got 4 trumps and you're blocking them out. So the new style today is to cubit the overcalled suit. Don't even mention the spade suit. Rather cubit and tell partner, they can't come in and support now. It's a very good defensive tool to open a heart, and if they bid this very bad, no lead directing suit, because we know we're supposed to bid for leads, 2 diamonds, I would bid 3 diamonds. And that says I have 10 points or better. You bid the limit of your hand. So it will go 3 hearts and you'll bid 4 hearts and you've described your hand. I like to show the fit at the earliest opportunity so opener can upgrade this hand with a single.
Thank you.
I would never overcall a suit that doesn't have 2 honors and a 6-card suit at the 2 level, because that goes against what I've taught you in the past, that we guarantee suit quality. 2 of the top honors and a 6-card suit will add up to 8. And as long as it adds up to 8, we convert it at the 2 level. For those of you that weren't in my lesson on overcalls, I would suggest you go back into the post Zoom links, look for the overcalls, and look up my notes on suit quality. We don't overcall on a suit 9 high, because the next thing is, I could have the ace queen, and the partner leads the king into my ace queen, thinking you've got an honor, and it's going to cost a trick. So overcalls are for leads.
Thank you.
Doubt. Okay, so looking at the hand, I think we would just leave the 9 of diamonds. It's an unbid suit. Unfortunately, it happens to work on this hand. And they have to put up the king. And they're going to win the ace. Okay, and now the important part about the whole hand is looking at your losers. Okay, if we didn't get a diamond lead and we got a club lead, we would lose 3 club tricks. But we also have 2 diamond losers. So I'm going to play it one way and then I'm going to play it another way. So on this particular hand, we play the queen of diamonds and we throw a club away. Which hand is the master hand? The one with the long hearts. And you do need to ruff a diamond. And you need to ruff a club. So you're either going to ruff the diamond or ruff the club. I don't care which one you do, as long as you know how many losers have you got. You've got, hopefully the hearts break 2 and 2. So if we ruff one, we've got 2 diamond tricks. If we ruff 1 diamond, that's 3 tricks. If we have the ace of spades, it's 4 tricks. And you've got your 6 hearts and you've got 10. So you can either ruff your diamond or play a club and hope they don't play trumps for you. If you play a club and they don't lead a trump and they decide to be a little bit lazy on the hand, and what are they going to do next? They should come back a trump. Well, if they're coming back a trump, you've got to ruff that diamond now. So you can't afford not to. So in this situation, it all depends on the defense. But if they continue the club, which will be great for you, if they do, okay? Now you're even in better control. What are they going to come back? Well, they can only come back a trump, right? They should. They should come back a trump. It's the only way you can ruff your losers. You'll put up the 10. It's a discovery. You never know what's around. They'll put up the queen. And you'll put up the king. And now you're going to play the ace of spades. And you're going to pray that the spades break. And you're going to ruff your losers. You're going to ruff a spade. Everything changes on another lead. But you're still going to make this hand. Ruff a diamond. Ruff a spade. Ruff a club. You are having fun. And now you don't care what happens. You're going to lose 1 trick no matter what happens on the hand. You'll play the queen. And if they don't ruff it, you'll ruff the 5 with the 5. And if they ruff it, you'll ruff with the 9. And that's all they're going to make. And the rest are yours. And you're going to make 10 tricks. But if we don't get a diamond lead, you need to ruff 2 diamonds. And the only way you can ruff 2 diamonds is to use your spades as your taxi to get backwards and forwards on this hand. And you're making 10 tricks. And you don't have many high card points. You have 10 high card in the opening hand. And you have 10 high card in the responder's hand. And you're making a great contract on this hand because you have controls. 2.5 defensive tricks. Okay, let's say we don't get a diamond lead. I think the diamond lead is automatic on this hand. I don't think we should lead anything else on this hand. Top of nothing. Okay, so we go back to the diamond without a diamond lead, okay? If they don't lead a diamond, what are they going to lead? Let's say they're going to lead a trump. Are they going to lead a trump? They may not. Okay? So you can make the decision. If they lead a trump, you're still in control. I don't lead the queen, I lead the jack. I pretend that the queen's in the other hand. I always do that. That's one of my bridge tips. If I've got the queen and the jack, I lead the jack, making them think the queen's in the other hand. They're going to take the king. And the reason they take the king is we've got to set up the hand with the long trumps. We need to trump 2 diamond losers and hope the hearts break. So now we play a diamond to the ace. We can't afford a finesse. No ways. You're going to ruff a diamond. You're going to play the ace of spades. And this is your taxi to get back to your hand. You're going to ruff a spade. And you're now going to ruff a diamond. Always ruff with the short trumps in the dummy. And now you have 3 club losers, and you've got to hope that the hearts break. So we need to ruff another spade. If you're not sure whether they break or not, you can throw away a club, because you're going to have a club loser no matter what you do anyway. So let's say they do break, but if they don't, we're going to just ruff it. Okay, I'll ruff it with a 9, just in case. And now I play the ace of hearts and pray. And that's how I pray. And it worked. And all I lose are my 3 club tricks. And that's how we make the hand. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? As long as you don't open a weak 2 on this hand, I want everyone to know you cannot have a singleton and you cannot have 1.5 quick tricks outside the suit. So you cannot open on that hand, okay? It's definitely a 1 opening. Always a 1 opening. No questions. All right, we're going to go on to the next one. This is just to help you as a little tool. Do we or don't we open the auction? Okay. Let's look at this hand. Do you think we should open this auction? I don't think we should open the auction because the ace is not with the king. You've got 10 high card points and it adds up to 19 and your point should be in the 2 suits. And you don't have 2.5 defensive tricks. You've got an ace, which is 1, and 2 kings, which are 2, and there's no other trick. So on this hand, you must pass. Pass. Now you have this hand. You have 7 points in the spades and 4 in the diamonds. It's 11. And you have here 5 and 4 is 9. 9 and 11 is 20. Do you have the 2.5 defensive tricks? You do. Ace queen is 1.5 and an outside ace is 2. So this falls in the line of rule of 20. Okay? You must open this hand 1 spade. And now this hand has to make a decision what to do. Now, if anybody has learned Michael's cubit, you've got 2 suits. I don't really want to overcall 2 hearts when I've got a lovely club suit. I would like to tell my partner that I have 10 cards, 5 in the other major and 5 of a minor. I would put 2 spades on this hand. That is called Michael's. If anybody doesn't know it, you can look it up on Wikipedia. And that describes my hand. Partner, I have 5 hearts and 5 of a minor. And of course, what is this hand going to do? On the law of total tricks, on the law, you know you have 10 spades between you, and you have a singleton ace, you should definitely be in the bidding on this hand as to bidding 4 spades. Your passed hand, you can't have very much, but you're bidding according to the law of total tricks. So the contract should be 4 spades. You've got 11 points, opposite 11 points. That's 22. And East has definitely got what's called the rule of 20. I hope you all got there. You leave the Ace of Hearts from Ace King. North's not bidding for sure of those points, because we don't know if you're weak or strong, and you're past hand already. Now, your partner showed 3 hearts. I don't think there's anything else to play. You can just come back another heart, but I would never play a doubleton. I don't like to open up. Anytime I see a dummy with a king 10, a queen 10, an ace 10, I avoid leading that suit, because 9 times out of 10, you pick up a free finesse for your partner, and you don't want to do that. So I either come back a club or I just continue my hearts. So I think I'll just continue the heart. I would never touch the diamond suit. Okay, so now we look at our losers. In the spade suit, we have no losers. In the club suit, we have no losers. We have already lost 2 heart tricks, but we have 8 diamonds between us. That means there are 5 missing. When there's an odd number missing, they will divide 68% of the time, 3 and 2. So we can only rely on the diamonds to break. So we can strip the suits and draw trumps. So let's draw the trumps first. I'm going to get this club out of my way first. There you go. I want to get the ace out of my way. Okay, I'm going to play a trump to the ace. I'm going to rough this club to strip my suits so there are no more. No one can over rough me. And I'm going to play another trump. And now there's no more trumps out. None. Okay. So we've got no clubs left. We have no hearts left. And the only thing we have left are the diamonds. So we've just got a hope. So you're going to play a small diamond. And they should split their honors. They should play the jack. They see the king, queen in the dummy. They should play the jack. Now, we don't know if that was Jack Doubleton, Jack Singleton, or Queen Jack Bear. We have no idea. So we come back a diamond. The 9 comes up, and you have to take a safety play. You never know what's happening. Why did they put in the jack? It might have been a singleton, it might have been a doubleton, who knows? I would always play the 10 just in case. And that's the only other trick they're going to lose. And now the rest are ours. And we lose 3 tricks. And you've got 22 points between the 2 hands on the rule of 20. Any questions on this hand, everybody? You must have your 2.5 defensive tricks. You cannot open without those tricks in first and second seat. Third seat, anything goes. If West was in the 3rd seat, I would open a spade in 3rd seat for a lead. But being in 1st or 2nd, I don't open the hand. You haven't got enough tricks, defensive tricks, to open this hand. Are there any questions? No questions? Oh my gosh. Everyone's happy. Happy,
Yeah.
happy.
One
Okay.
question.
Yes, I love it. Tell me.
The defensive tricks, the 2.5, does something have to be in the trump suit?
No,
not?
no, we had 1.5 in the other suit. Remember, we didn't have 2.5 tricks in the trump suit on the last one. As
Okay.
long as they're in the 2 suits that would add up to 20. It can't be Queen Doubleton. It can't be Jack Doubleton. Your points must be in the 2 suits.
Okay, that was a question.
And this is the most important part in making a decision on the rule of 20. You cannot count soft cards. Queen, Jack, Doubleton. They're not worth anything. The ace and kings take them. Jack, Doubleton, Queen, Doubleton. Your values must be in the 2 suits. Now, those of you that didn't play Michael's, you'll bid 2 hearts. And this hand will bid 4 spades anyway. And that's where you're going to play. If you bid 2 hearts and don't play Michael's. It's a good suit. It's lead directing. And you want to tell partner, that's what I want led. And I've got a very good suit. So if you don't play Michael's, it's not that important for you to learn. Okay? Any other question? No? Okay. We'll load the last one. This is very easy tonight. We have no problem with these hands. This is hand number 7. And let's look at the south hand. Tell me what you think about the south hand. I have 6 club tricks. 6 clubs, ace, king, jack. That's 2 tricks. I have queen, 10, 9. So I look at this hand and I say to myself, I really want a club lead. I don't have spades. If I don't get this club suit in now, I might never be able to show my clubs ever again. So on this hand, I'm going to add up my high card points. 10. I like the quality of my heart suit. Remember I told you about stuffing. I know turkey's coming soon. But in bridge, I've got the 10 of hearts, the 9 of hearts. I have the 10 of clubs. And I said for every 10 attached to an honor, we add a half a point. To me, this queen 10, 9 is as good as a king. Because I want to open this bidding. I add up the length of my 2 longer suits. 6 clubs and 4 hearts are 10. And my high card points are 10. That gives me 20. I will definitely open this hand 1 club, everybody. You are not passing this hand. Why? Because you always have a rebid. Opening a club, you have a rebid. And that's important. Because if your partner bids a spade, you can bid 2 clubs. I always think of my next bid. If it was a 5-card club suit, I haven't got much of a rebid on the hand. So having a 6-4, 6-4 bids some more. Very good shape. I would open a club. It's going to go pass. And it's going to go 1 spade. Up the bidding ladder. It's going to go pass. And now this hand's going to bid 2 clubs. I've got a rebid. I cannot bid 2 hearts. That is jumping over your first suit. That is called a reverse. Skipping over your first suit shows 17 high card points. 17 high card points. You cannot bid the heart suit. So you bid 2 clubs. Now you're looking at a hand, you the responder, you are in which range? 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 high cards. You've got 3 clubs with partner. It's worth bidding 3 clubs. Just to say, partner, I'm in the medium range. I have 3 clubs with you. I don't want to pass 2 clubs. They're going to come in. Someone's going to come in. So I'd rather just bid 3 clubs to tell partner, you know, partner, we have 9 clubs between us. You showed me 6. I have 3 as 9. And I want to bid 3 clubs just in case you want to go to 3 no trouble. Just in case. And boy, are you going to pass this hand out as fast as you can. And that is where you're going to play. Did everybody open this hand? I don't see you people. I am just asking. I need to know. Have anybody opened this hand? It's important that
At our table, they opened the 1 club and they ended up in 2 clubs.
Okay, that's fine. As long as we open the hand, you've got a rebid. It's when you don't have a rebid. And this is what I do every time I hold a hand. Before I open, I make a decision. Have I got a rebid? What will I bid next? What will I bid next? And that to me is very important. What will I bid next? As long as I've got a rebid, I will open this hand. Definitely, definitely, definitely. And it falls in line with the rule of 20. Queen 10-9 is as good as a king. It's got stuffing. I love it. Ace, king, jack, 10 of clubs. The 10 of clubs makes it even better. It's another half a point. But if we had to add up the high card points, which is 10, plus the length of the two suits, which is 10, is 20. I have two quick tricks, and I'm going to treat my hearts as a half a quick trick, and I'm happy to open this hand. And that's what I would do. I would be playing in 3 clubs. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, so looking at the hand, let's talk about opening leads. Anytime you hold an outside ace king, even if your partner bids a suit, it is your duty to tell your partner where you live. I will not blindly lead my partner's suit. I will always leave the ace to tell my partner I have the king. You'll drop the 3 and tell your partner, don't continue. I don't really like it. And now it is automatic, once they bid spades, for you to lead the queen of diamonds, top of a sequence. And now you know they're not leading away from an ace. So I don't want any of you ever to cover a king unless you can promote a trick in your own hand as declarer. You cannot promote a trick. Never cover. One day, the ace falls doubleton or singleton, and you might make the king. But never cover a king in the dummy if you cannot promote a trick in your hand. This is one of the first things you should learn when you defend a hand. Never cover the king. You never know. Okay? One day it's a doubleton ace or a singleton ace, and you're going to trump it. Okay, you have 9 clubs between you. Your hearts are eminent. You know that all you've got to lose is the king of hearts. So let's count the rest of the losers. We've already lost 2 diamond tricks, and the ace of hearts is 3. We're going to lose the king of hearts is 4. Our only hope is that the clubs break 2 and 2. So you've just got to pray and hope they break. Play the ace of clubs. Just hope. 8 ever, 9 never. You've got 9 between you. You just hope they break. No finessing with 9. Just hope they break. And there you go. You've got no spade losers, and all you're going to lose on this hand is the heart. You can never get rid of it. And they know the queen is somewhere. Now let's talk about pushing in the king. When you see a jack on the table, someone has the queen. You never go flying in with the king. One day your partner's queen might be dropping, and now your king fell on the queen. So when one card is missing and the jack is on the table, you never have to go flying in with it. Never. Okay? And now you're going to lose the heart. And then you're going to make the contract. And then you can claim. And you make your contract. And you're playing in 3 clubs or 2 clubs. Any questions, everybody? So, are there any questions? No more? Wow. Okay. All right. So no questions about any other hands this evening? I know there were a few passed out hands tonight. Any question on any of the other hands this evening?
Can you go over 11?
Sure. I'm going to load it. Right. This hand, the south hand, has 1.5 and maybe a half a trick in the diamond. The queen of clubs is worth nothing. So you literally have 9 high card points. I don't count the queen of clubs.
Okay,
So in this hand, you would definitely pass.
okay.
The next hand would pass. And now this is the hand that's got to think about whether we open third in hand. I have a theory about opening third in hand. I discussed this before all of you came online with someone that asked me this hand. I will not open this hand if I can't make a lead directing suit. I've got 1 ace, and if I did open the hand, I'd have to open a club, and that club is not lead directing. Jack 4 times is not lead directing. I would rather open a 9-point hand with ace, king, jack, 10 of hearts. I would open a heart for a lead. If I had the ace, king, jack, 10 of hearts, a 4-card suit, because I want the lead of a heart. But I won't open this hand. I will definitely pass this hand. And now this hand's going to pass, and I think most of you should have passed out the hand. Is that what happened?
No.
Is that what happened?
No.
What
Yes.
happened?
Yes, for others.
Tell
Yes.
me.
No, nobody passed it out.
Yeah.
No one
nobody.
passed it out?
No.
What did they open? A club?
One passed out and
That
they
was
opened a
us.
club.
Oh, that was
That was
us.
on 11?
On 11,
Oh,
they
nine,
opened a
11.
club?
They,
Yeah.
they
We passed
played,
out. We passed out.
they played
just
in
one
no
people.
trump.
Oh, 3 passed out on 11.
Okay. And if you open a club and it goes past, you're going to bid which suit are you going to bid? A diamond or a heart?
The next one, they bid a heart.
That's correct. You always bid the major before a minor. If you've got 1 bid to make, you bid a heart. And then you bid a heart and it's going to go pass.
Yep. And then
And
it
you're
went
going
2
to
hearts.
pass, or you're
No, it
going to
went to-
bid 1 no trump. Your
No, it went
pass
to 2.
is a passed hand.
That's
You
it.
have to make a decision. You're either going to bid 1 no trump or you're going to pass 1 heart.
Yeah.
And now you'll be playing in 1 heart or you're going to play in 1 no trump. So it all depends.
Often when South opened 1 diamond, which I know they shouldn't have, but they still did.
My God.
And we ended up in 3 no trump, which was awful.
Awful, awful, awful. You don't
Yeah.
have your 2.5 defensive tricks to open their hand anyway. I like to open with 2.5 for a good 13 points. I don't open on bad hands. I don't open on a bad 12. If I'm 4-3-3-3 with no 2.5 defensive tricks, and I'm 4-3-3-3. In other words, I'm aceless. I will not open 12 points. I will pass. That's the only time. I would open 4-4-3-2, but I would never open 4-3-3-3 without 2.5 defensive tricks. That's the only time I pass 12 points. This
Well,
hand,
but-
this hand's got 9.
But we're talking about if South opened a diamond,
Yes.
even though they shouldn't have, then you end up in a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble, because what are you going to bid now over 1 diamond?
I bid 2 no trump.
I think that's the right bid to bid. I do.
What does the 2 no trump mean there?
It shows 11, 12 points. You are past hand, you haven't passed yet. It shows 11, 12. Medium range.
Okay, and
1 no
down.
trump is 6 to 10. 2 no trump is 11, 12 with no 4-card heart suit, no 4-card spade suit, and a balanced hand. That's
Okay,
called the medium range, 11, 12 points.
okay.
And now what are you going to do? You
Yeah.
can't win again.
Could have passed.
I know. It's not
Yeah.
a good bid. And now you're going to be overboard. It's not going to be
Well,
good at all. The diamonds are not going to work for you because there's only one way to play the diamonds. You're missing the queen and you're missing the 10. The correct play on this hand is to play a heart to the queen and play a diamond to the jack. So you're going to use a diamond trick. You don't have the 10, you don't have the queen. The only way to hope to make all the diamonds is that the queen is under the jack, not over the jack. You don't have the 10. Once you don't have the 10, it's gone. There's no playing an honor without the card behind it. So that's what happened on 11. Any other questions? Any other hands?
Hand 5.
Okay, I'll bring up hand 5 for you. Some of these hands really got passed out. But let's have a look. Okay, let's talk about this hand. You have 11 high card points. You have 3 defensive tricks. You have the ace, king, queen. Those are 3 quick tricks in a 4-card suit. So if you had to add up the length of the 2 longer suits, which is 9, plus 11 is 20. I would definitely open this hand 1 heart, without a question of a doubt. 1 heart. I hope you all did, looking at 3 defensive tricks. Pass. And now this hand is going to bid 2 hearts. You do not bid a new suit. When you find a fit with your partner, I don't want you bidding a spade. I want you to take away a whole row of bidding room from the opponent. Because by bidding a spade, not on this hand, you allow the opponents to come in for leads with the other 2 suits. In other words, they could come in with 2 clubs, they could come in with 2 diamonds, they could come in for a sacrifice, and now they are not vulnerable. And the next thing is they could be in 5 clubs or 5 diamonds when you can make 4 hearts. Take away the bidding space from the opponents. If you find a fit, show the fit straight away. And on this hand, you should bid 2 hearts. And it'll go pass, and it's going to go pass. And now this hand is going to take a bid again. What do we bid? It's my bridge religion. If they fit, we fit. I never let them play at the 2 level when the bidding goes 1 heart, 2 hearts, pass, pass. So on this hand, I am forced to take out a double and put it on the table. Partner, we're not letting them play there. If they've got 9 hearts between them, 8 hearts between them, and I've got 3 is 11, the most you've got are 2 hearts, the most. I can take any suit you bid, but we are not letting them play there. That is my bridge religion. I'm passing this hand because you 4, 3, 3, 3. You've got any other redeeming feature on this hand. And this hand will now come in with 2 spades. Your 4-card major. And now it's up to the north hand. We want to push them up 1 to go down 1. The whole purpose of this game is to try and push them 1 up to go 1 down. That's what we try to do. Are they going to bid again? Well, they've got a singleton. They may bid 3 hearts because of their singleton. They're going to bid 3 hearts with a singleton spade. And now we push them up. That's good enough. As long as we push them there, that's all we want to do. So let's look at the hands together. We have no diamond losers. We have 1 spade loser. We may have 1 or 2 heart losers. The spade, a heart, and 3 clubs. Everything depends on the lead. They're never going to find the lead of the ace of clubs. Never. Never. But looking at the hand, let's look at it together. They're going to lead the ace of spades because partner bids spades. They want to see the dummy. And now partner's going to tell you what to do. You're not going to encourage a spade because your partner bids spades, so you know declarer's only got 1 spade. You've got 4, dummy's got 4, and your partner will guide you what to play. So this is called a suit preference signal. Look at all the cards that are coming out. The 6 and the 3. Dummy has the 4 and the 5, and the 3 is being played, and you've got the 2. The 6 is the lowest card on the table. If you wanted a diamond, you would throw the 10 of spades away. That's called a suit preference signal. You don't want spades again. We know that declarer's got no more spades. So now you've got to switch to a club. You've got to switch to a club. Follow your partner's defense. She gave you the lowest card possible. But if you don't understand it, I don't mind. Play the Jack of Diamonds. I don't know what my partner wants. Okay? And you win the king. Partner gave you the 5. Now you've got to draw the children off the streets. What are we going to do? You can't run the diamonds. We've got to draw trumps. So when you're missing the king and you're missing the jack, you play a little heart, ace of hearts. Now you play towards the queen of hearts. 6 of hearts. Either the jack will come up or the queen will come up, but we don't know what's going to come up, and the king comes up. That's perfect for you. Now you're only going to lose 1 heart trick. And what are they going to come back? You let the Jack of Diamonds, you've got nothing in diamonds. So the only suit you can return is the weak suit on the table, which is clubs. And we all play what's called Boston. Bottom of something, top of nothing. The lowest card likes. High cards hate. You play the 5 of clubs, 3 of clubs, queen of clubs, 4 of clubs. You're looking at all the low cards. Trust your partner. Ace of clubs. And now you come back another club. And we achieved what we wanted. We beat them and they went 1 down. Now, if you don't balance everybody, I think one of these days we're going to do balancing. We cannot let people play at the 2 level. If they fit, we fit. We have to push them. And we've got to push them to the 3 level. If they make it, fine. But if they don't make it, we achieved what we wanted. We got them down. Now they go 1 down. And that's why they can't make the contract. And it's very important we play Boston. Bottom of something, top of nothing. You lead the 5 of clubs, I like it. You lead the 9 of clubs, I don't like it. And that's what we do in defense, everyone. Are there any questions? Any questions? You have to rely on the diamonds to break too. They do break. No questions? Okay. Anything else before we conclude our evening? I'm just going to remind you that on Thursday, I'm going to discuss with you when to open 1 trump with 14 high card points. It's very exciting and very different. And sometimes we have to break rules. And that's what we're going to do on Thursday night. I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a good time. And I'm going to stop
thank you very much.
And I
Thank
hope
you
had a good time.
Thank you, Linda, as always.